remember saying to my wife before I fell asleep was, like, I could get used to this thing. This is nice. I wonder if we could, like, find a way of not working and still, like, earning a living. I'm still looking for that. At my age, it's probably not achievable. But I sure appreciate days off, and I'm thankful that we have a company that honors that and lets us have vacation and days away. I want to share with you out of Isaiah. Take my glasses off so I can read. Isaiah chapter 48, verse 17. Important proverb, literally a proverb, prophecy to Israel, but to all of us in the church. Thus says the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord your God, Jehovah. He begins this section of prophecy by identifying who he is. Thus says the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I'm the Lord your God. And when he rolls out on Jehovah, he lays out the entire Jehovah complex with it. Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Rapha, etc. That the Jews understood who he was. They understood in the fullness of the word. When he says, I am, he says to all of them, these things that you need, that you're seeking, I'm it. I'm all of that you look for on this day. Here I am. That's what he's saying to them. Listen to this. Oh, that you had, I skipped a verse, sorry. I'm the Lord your God, who teaches you to profit, who leads you in the way you should go. Oh, that you had listened to my commandments, that your peace would have been as a river. I just say that about half my life. Oh, that I had listened to my commandments, his commandments. Oh, that I had listened, that I had paid attention, that I had sat at his feet and understood what he was saying to me, how things could have gotten better. Then your peace would have been. Then, had I listened, then your peace would have been as a river. We want peace like a river and disobey. We want to sing that song in church and live the way we want to live. Then your peace would have been as a river, and your righteousness as the waves of the sea. But I call your attention to the part that I really de-emphasize because it's where this week's message is. I am the Lord your God who teaches you to profit, who leads you in the way you should go. So I'm really interested in learning about this profit word. Because I tend to look at profit maybe a little bit different way as a business person and understand that the word is used in that way, but also as it relates to our soul. It's interesting that we sang about the wellness of our soul this morning because the Lord wants our soul to profit. And I can add to that list, and you can as well. The Lord also wants our profiting to be in our relationships. I believe that relationships are the keys to the kingdom. I've taught it my entire ministry. I don't believe there's anything more important to the Lord. As he says in the New Testament, this is the great commandment, that we love one another. But that relationships are so important as a new covenant. In the New Testament, we speak so often, almost all instruction is given so that we might have good relationships, that our relationships might prosper. And I also believe that we should profit in business, that kingdom-minded people should not ever worry about profiting. That was not a bad word to me. I don't apologize for profit. That is how we're able to give. It's where we give from our profits, from our growth, from our gifts that we give in our work. Every check that we get is a check of profit. It is cash from the work that we're able to do. Because where there's loss, there's no business. Not for very long. Where we don't see profit in our souls, in our relationships, in our work-a-day, then we're going to suffer. There's just so much to this word that I would want you to understand that God's the one who gives the increase in our knowledge and our understanding. That to be able to sing in peace, to be able to walk into a business and start our work week in ministry is a great profit. To me, it's one of the greatest things that I look forward to in this ministry at Charisma is that we can worship together, that we can come into corporate worship and do a little bit of Bible devotion to start our weeks and to realize that this is a gift. This is a pleasure to be able to do it, to have the kind of talent around here that leads us into worship each week. It's amazing. But I also lead you in the way you should go. Many of us have troubles throughout the week in deciding, should I do this or do that? Should we try this approach or that approach? Should I go this way or that way? Sometimes we forget who leads us in the way we should go. And I don't want you all to do that this week. I would pray for you that you would be instructed in the way you should go. Don't be afraid to stop everything and just pray for spiritual leadership in the way we should go, in the way we do our business. If he precedes that phrase with, I'm the Lord your God who teaches you to profit and who leads you in the way you should go. You know, there's the greatest promise there, just right in the midst of this great prophetic word from Isaiah, that I'm the one who will lead you. Can we not forget that when we get all shook up? When we get caught up in the details of our work, the details of our relationships, the details of making money. It shouldn't be hard. I don't believe it is hard. I believe that when it gets difficult, I'm in the way. When I can't see a way toward profit, it's on me. Because God makes it easy. He leads the way to profit. If my relationships are not profiting, I'm looking at me. If my soul is not profiting, I look at me. Because God will lead me into profit. And surely in this business week, if we're not profiting, I look at me and my ways. Am I getting my way oriented, or am I seeking his ways? For his ways leads to profit. Profit in our soul, profit in our relationships, and profit in our business. In all ways, acknowledge him, and he'll direct our paths. And so I pray for that for you throughout this week, that we might listen to him and seek him first in all that we attempt to do in our business, in our relationships, and in the guidance of our soul. God bless you in this short work week.